wait because my wife wants to watch it. So
Yeah.
I would have waited for it to come on TV.
Okay. So overall, what was your favorite part movie?
When Stark died. Sorry.
Okay. All right.
That was dope. I thought it was a proper Viking.
But at the same time,
Especially with when he transformed.
Thor he's supposed to be the what's it?
Stud.
Yeah, he's supposed to be like the
But he wasn't
girl's
that
comfort
fat,
to look at.
The plot.
Yeah.
The plot.
The plot.
Because I was hoping my girlfriend at least would have like Thor to look at. Like,
Wait, what?
look at Thor. You know, this shows.
Who are you looking at then?
I was looking at Captain America's ass. It's America's ass. Like,
Hello Internet, welcome to another episode of Queen Geek. I've decided to rebrand myself. I'm sure you've noticed the change in the logo, and maybe another change. No, I'm joking. This is just the wig I got from eBay, and it came in today. I didn't even wash it. I was just so excited to try it on because it actually looks as good as it does, you know? I mean, how many times has it actually happened where you've ordered something online and when it gets there, you're like, this is not what I ordered, you know? In any case, I've had a very busy month, okay? I filmed a podcast 2 weeks ago and it's taken me this long to just get all the footage together. Okay. All right. Like I said, that I'm getting better at this, you know, having to manage business, school, and this channel, okay? It's still a tiny channel, still coming along, but all the support that I'm getting from you guys, I genuinely appreciate it. Okay, so I decided to actually do an Avengers Endgame podcast recording with my friends, and we had an amazing time. We filmed at this really amazing location, 27 boxes in Melville, and basically it's a whole bunch of containers set up, about 27, that's what they said, okay. So it's basically shops, workshops, you know, beauty shops, etc., all of that, but inside a container. It's a similar concept with this whole podcasting, it's the first time I ever did one, and it was so much fun. And by the looks of it, I think I'm definitely looking to do more, because it's so nice to just sit down. It's a very chilled atmosphere where we can actually just sit down and discuss ideas and talk freely like we would talk if we were sitting at home, you know, on a couch and just discussing stuff, yeah. So that's exactly what we did. So shout out to Robert Cunningham, 27 Boxes podcast in Melville. Thank you so much for actually giving us the facilities. And again, shout out to Sia Africa, shout out to Mtsigi, shout out to Lord Kaz Miller, Elaine, and everybody else who showed up that day, and even those who didn't, because I sent an invite out. Yeah, so enough people did show up. So, and all the lady geeks that I met there as well, thank you so much, you know, I really enjoy it. And okay, well, if you notice anything, if it's anything I also learned from this whole thing is never do any type of labor prior to shooting, okay? Because we've got a whole bunch of champagne and cakes and really delicious finger foods, you know, just for socializing and mixing. We just I had to basically take everything from my car, you know. So thank you to Elaine for helping me with that. Yeah, so I had to like hold, like, you know, so I was sweating. And while I was sweating, I noticed that a little ring. So if you occasionally see a star or something hidden in the armpit area, that's exactly what it is. Yeah. So okay, not that it should be any of a worry, but yeah. Okay, so my own personal take, I think also I'm gonna have to invest in outdoor microphones, yeah, because I had no idea that on that weekend when I was having that whole recording, that there'll be other events going on in that same complex. And yeah, so as a result, sometimes some of the audio kind of actually sounds drowned out. So forgive me, please be patient. I'm also growing and learning as I'm doing this. Yeah, so I'm definitely going to invest in some outdoor mics. And well, I'm basically shopping around for a new office now that might actually have a nice space, you know, for my own podcast studio, etc. But yeah. But for now, I really like this one in Melville. It's really great. Is there anything else that I want to mention quickly? Okay. I don't think there actually is, eh? I'm busy tying my shirt here.
Okay.
I am Munsigi.
Yeah.
Is that it?
That's all.
I'm Sia, an unapologetic fan of Thor since the first one.
Unapologetic fan of all things comic.
Wonderful. Okay, so you guys obviously watched Avengers Endgame.
Yes.
What was your favorite thing about the movie and the plot?
The comic.
The movie.
Yeah, comic to movies straight up.
Yeah.
And the little stabs that
Yeah.
they did with other movies as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys caught it. Is it the cable problem?
Yes.
When Hulk went in to recruit Thor,
Yeah.
and then Thor was like, was it about the cable problem? No, it's about the Thanos problem. Get it? Who's Cable in Deadpool?
Oh my lord!
You guys, like, I was the only one going,
To watch this movie a third time now.
Yeah.
There are like a ton of Easter eggs. I think they like what you speak to is the Easter eggs, which were brilliant.
Yeah.
Like I think this was like if you're a comic book fan, like there's so many Easter eggs. You're just like,
And what was it like to sit through 3 hours? Like, did it feel like it was dragging on?
It was an hour and a half.
Okay.
They lied. They lied. It was an hour and a half. That movie was an hour and a half.
No, it
and an
felt
hour
like
and a
an
half
hour
of
and a
credits.
half. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's look, time flew by, and I think the way that they structured it was nicely done because it was like 3 acts, and so like if you look at each act as like a movie in itself. Like the beginning was like a end of the world type of movie. Then the second act was like a time caper, and then the third act was the big battle.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
And it actually plays
thought of
out
that,
really,
yeah.
really well.
And do you think that Kevin Feige and all the producers did a good job at weaving in every movie since like the first
Yes. Ah,
Yeah.
top notch.
Dude,
Top notch.
one? Yeah.
Kevin Feige QB'd this series like they'll write movie textbooks about this guy. Because imagine someone comes to you and is like, we want to start a comic book series. And comic book movies at the time, like this is like early aughts.
Yeah.
Like they were going down. And for them to like really say, we're going to invest in this.
Yeah.
Building off of Iron Man, who's like the least known comic book character at the time. And,
Yeah.
you know, back then it was your Batman, Supermans who were really, you know, what people knew.
Okay.
And building off of that IP and at each successive moment, like having this, you know, culmination movie with the Avengers, and then even those movies build onto their own.
Yeah.
Like that is a planning that very few people can do in this industry, where it's very reactive. This was like, we've got a plan, we know what we're doing, and he pulled it off.
Okay. And then any nasty surprises that you didn't anticipate?
When Thor went for the head. Fuck.
I like that.
I was sad, bro. I was like,
it was a brilliant callback.
I was like, hey.
It's been bothering him for years. You know?
Well, actually, at that time, it was a couple
I'm
weeks.
salting my breakfast. You want to do this now? I'm salting my breakfast. You want to chop off my arm? Who's this person?
He's enjoying his little
This guy's
retirement.
really
He's just
good.
coming back home.
I was
And didn't you think it was like really awful how the Infinity Gauntlet had burnt like half of his face off and
Yeah.
But
I was sad.
Yeah.
It was sad, but also it was a setup for later on, so that you know that the price of clicking making that snap.
Yeah.
It's not that you're gonna get away with it. You literally are gonna kill
definitely
yourself.
comes at a price.
Yeah, I think it was a good setup for what happened in the end, and for me the most shocking thing was Thor having a dad bod.
Okay. So did you like Fat Thor or not? Was it a bit sad since you're a big Thor fan? So yeah.
Fat Thor was funny. It
Yeah.
was
It was
great.
dope. I thought it was a proper Viking.
But at the same time,
Especially with when he transformed.
Yeah. Thor he's supposed to be the what's it?
stud.
Yeah, he's supposed to be like the
But he wasn't
girl's
that
comfort
fat,
to
though.
look at. The
plot.
bod.
Yeah.
The plot.
The plot.
Because I was hoping my girlfriend at least would have like Thor to look at. Like,
Wait, what?
look at Thor. This shows.
Who are you looking at then?
I was looking at Captain America's ass. It's America's ass.
All right. Okay, so now that we know that the
Stairs.
snap happened,
Yes.
the whole multiverse is opened up.
Yeah.
Disney recently acquired Fox. Okay.
Yeah.
The X-Men, Fantastic Four, Silver Surfer, all of that. What are your predictions going forward? What's going to happen?
Iron Lad is coming. And Scott Lang's daughter is going to be the new ant chick.
Okay.
In the comics.
Or the new
is,
Wasp.
Right? Yeah. Nah, forget the Wasp. I'm looking forward to the young ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Dark Avengers is going to come out.
Okay. And what do you think
And-
is going to happen with Black Panther?
Black Panther. Ooh.
They need to go to the other universe and get more of that purple heart-shaped flower. 'Cause
Yeah.
Killmonger destroyed all of it. So
But they went back into time,
I
so
think Killmonger's gonna come back.
Oh.
I think
Yeah.
Killmonger's gonna come back.
Yep.
Ask me why. I'm glad you asked.
why?
So
Please tell us.
We need a bad. He's a new Loki.
yeah, but think about it. No. What happened to T'Challa when he gets stabbed and he still had the heart-shaped hurt in him?
Yeah.
Heals quickly, right?
Sure.
Yeah, it was a mortal wound, it was deep and stuff, but he's basically a semi-Wolverine.
So like
With
this
the
healing
blood.
factor.
Yeah, it's got a healing factor.
Okay.
So I think it's gonna come back in Black Panther 2, like in credits.
Black Panther 2, Black
Wait,
Panther.
with it, yeah, on some Black Manta type.
Black Manta's from DC.
I'm sorry, guys.
Fever.
My prediction for life afterwards actually is that there is no prediction,
Yeah.
which I'm glad for because I want all bets to be off.
Okay.
I want to be surprised, and I want MCU, Disney Fox, whatever they're gonna call it,
Okay.
to just come through and surprise us and innovate as much
Okay.
as they did with the series.
All right.
Yeah.
And did you guys get emotional towards the end? Or
I got emotional, but there was just so much movement.
okay.
It's just so much movement. Like, oh, hey, oh, snap. It's like one of those. Like, okay, I'll feel about you later. Let's concentrate on this. It's like
Depend on my
it's amazing.
emotions.
Yeah, like honor.
And then okay. What else can we bring up? Is there anything else you wanna?
Yeah, like when Spider-Man came back from the dusty thing and Doctor Strange was doing the wavy circle thing.
So actually, you asked me what my most favorite thing was.
Yeah.
And it was that splash panel when all of the Avengers, all the good guys are running. You have Giant Man like running.
Yeah.
So that moment sent shivers down my spine because that was comic books on
Proper.
screen.
Yes.
Like
Basically
was the
having
whole
all your
roster.
action figures.
Yeah, the whole roster was there.
Yeah?
when they all were like, and Sam's like on your left, and they all are coming, and then the Valkyrie with the flyer, the Pegasus. I was like,
I think Falcon's best movie moment was in that movie.
yes,
With the wings and that. I'm like, yeah, your moment.
you can do shit with
All
these
three,
things.
all 3 seconds of it.
That's the lead up to like Captain Sam America.
Yeah.
He's got the new shield.
I'm looking forward to that with Bucky.
Bucky,
I think they're gonna have a thing together now.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I really feel it was a great movie.
Great movie.
I'm watching it again soon.
Okay.
IMAX, guys.
How many times have you seen it thus far?
I'm
Twice.
ashamed of myself. I'm seeing it tonight. I'm seeing it
That's
tonight.
fine. That's
I'm seeing
fine.
it tonight.
Out. And did it meet all your expectations?
I think it met expectations I didn't even know I had.
Okay.
As well, yeah.
All right. And how long have you been a comic book nerd geek?
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. As far as I can remember, I think since I was 5 years old, when I started learning how to draw, I
Okay.
learned it from comic books, and then that's how they were introduced to me. So, yeah, all my life, basically.
Awesome. So Endgame was a very mysterious thing to look forward to. After the events of Infinity War, everything was up in the air. There was a ton of theories, a ton of Easter eggs to be looked back on and try and predict what's going to happen. So the expectations were really, I was excited, but also in an unknown place, not knowing what's going to happen. And I preferred not to read up too much on the theories and then explain it. Because sometimes the theory can actually become a spoiler. And when you latch onto it, you end up going into the film expecting it. So
Okay.
I stayed clear of that, and I just
So
couldn't
you
wait to see.
basically just dropped all expectations and
I did.
Yeah.
I just couldn't wait to see the team back.
Okay. All right. Any surprises? Anything that you weren't expecting to see in this movie that caught you off guard? And you were like, whoa.
Well,
Yeah.
unfortunately, like he's saying, like the internet has made movie making such a different process now, because the fans are so connected to the people that make the movies and so on, and they listen to the fans and you
Yeah.
can see their feedback through how they make their movies. So the one thing that unfortunately for me was spoiled because of that was Professor Hulk. I really would have loved to have the discovery to myself.
Okay.
The moment and in the theater.
So you kind of felt like the trailers almost kind of ruined it.
Yeah.
But it's a 3-hour movie, so...
It is, and you do come to realize that it's very little that they actually showed in the trailers.
Yeah.
But there has been this trend now of we're showing more and more and more now in trailers.
Okay.
There's so much less that's left for surprise.
Yeah.
And things like that. But Professor Hulk would be one of my outstanding ones.
Yeah.
Great. So, my surprises.
What did you think about Captain America picking up Mjolnir?
Wow. Okay, I thought we were going to build up until that one. For me, that was the movie. That's when it started.
Yeah.
For me, I mean, it was a great movie, but to see that, the confirmation of what we saw in Age of Ultron,
Yeah.
that he is actually worthy. Priceless.
So that was almost like a build-up to that, like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's that moment that made the movie also feel like a bit of a motivational seminar at the same
Yeah.
time, Because it was 3 hours long,
Yeah.
so many value points and stuff are touched on, whatever it takes.
Okay.
It's the fight of our lives and we're gonna win,
Okay.
It was very inspirational.
Is there anything from your side, like any personal thing that you felt like, okay, I had something going on in real life, and this
definitely.
movie,
Right.
I identified with certain aspects, and which ones?
So many. One to this one, I feel like
Personally, just having the effects of just losing to a point where you're not on the ground anymore, you're below the ground, and having to come back from that was pretty resonant to me. I felt like the team was just down, and Tony himself was just sick. He had given up.
Yeah.
This was really awesome to see.
Okay.
And having a third chance and actually matching to return.
Okay. All right, and then what did you think of Iron Man and Nebula in outer space?
It was an interesting pair. Because I do know that in the comics there is a run where Iron Man actually joins the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
And you know, being the womanizer he is, he had something with Gamora, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
That was a nice wink at that, I felt, even though it was Nebula this time around.
Yeah.
And to see that dynamic. And to have someone like Tony Stark someone as aloof as Tony Stark teach Nebula how to socialize and have fun, appreciate things. It was a nice example of character growth for Tony Stark and Nebula as well, in that he was put in a circumstance that was out of his comfort zone, and he learned something and he grew.
Yeah.
So that was interesting.
Okay. So you guys have been friends for how long now?
About a year.
Okay.
Yeah, well, okay, we've been working at FROs together for how long?
That's about 3 years.
Okay. But yeah, we really started getting close for about a year.
Okay, all right. And you guys have really bonded over all of this.
Yes.
Tell me about it.
Well, our origin story goes
Well, you see, I grew up with my aunt and uncle.
Okay, yeah.
No, this one's good.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I picked up a hero who was raised by his aunt and uncle who was bitten by a radioactive spider.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember.
Okay, so that's why your Spider-Man shirts, yeah. Show it. Yeah, okay.
I don't know if you remember the original, what is it? How old is that cartoon?
The 90s
Yeah, the
Spider-Man
1980s, that one with the weird electro theme. Radioactive Spider-Man.
Yeah.
90s, yeah, 90s.
And actually that got me into comics. So I started with Spider-Man. I'm still mostly a Spider-Man fan, but obviously there's tie-ins with the Avengers and so on. So that's how I started branching out into other things.
Okay. So how long have you been a comic book fan?
I'm not going to reveal my age, but since I was 6.
Yeah, 6 years old.
Yeah.
Whoa. That's amazing. I've been on since I was 9, so yeah, don't feel bad. Okay, I'm just asking about Spider-Man with Mysterio, but it's not the Mysterio that we know, because the Mysterio that we know is a villain. This one kind of seems like he's a good guy, but he wants us to think that way. What do you guys think about that whole thing?
Well, I think he's like the epitome of duplicitousness.
Okay.
Because I think it's a ruse that he fed to Nick Fury about how these elementals came from another universe. That the snap, I don't know if you've seen the trailer.
Yeah,
but
I've seen the trailer. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that the snap tore a hole in the multiverse or whatever. That is him ingratiating himself to S.H.I.E.L.D., I think.
Okay.
And, well, the world at large. So that he can serve his own agenda. Because I mean, we know from the comics, he specializes in special effects. He's a film guy, you know.
I think he told Peter Parker he was his cousin to get away from him, and he actually believed him for a second.
He's Marvel Comics' version of Hustle Man. You know?
Okay. But don't you also think that, I don't know, when I think about Mysterio, I think about that guy from Batman Beyond. What was his name again?
Batman Beyond.
Yeah, he weaves his illusions.
Yes, he wrote a thing that was like a...
No, he didn't write
3
anything. He wore this weird tiger type
Yes,
suit.
with like a black stripe.
Yeah, and you'll make these illusions and fool people into thinking,
an
eye, that guy.
Yes. That's DC's Mysterio, I guess.
And there've been rumors that at some point in Endgame, they talked about an earthquake happening in the ocean.
Namor.
Oh yes.
Okay, I was getting to. Do you think Namor is going to be the next?
I think that was a backdoor.
Yeah.
To bring in the X-Men.
The Fox universe.
Yeah.
There was another one though that we discussed.
Yes.
There was an idea.
Okay. What is that idea? Okay.
Where when Ronin in Japan was fighting that samurai. I don't know if you noticed. That person is the same guy who was in the Wolverine when Logan had to defend.
When Hawkeye was fighting that Yakuza boss in Japan. Yeah.
Same actor.
That already, same guy. Yeah,
So
I remember
think that was a
him.
backdoor inclusion as well.
Yeah.
Now we know the X-Men or Wolverine or whoever.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be awesome if Hugh Jackman came back as Wolverine
The
in this one, eh?
possibilities are high.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Because if you throw enough money at these actors and there is enough fan demand as well, it normally goes their way.
Yeah.
That's how Michael Rosenbaum came back to Smallville in his 10th season after he quit after season 7. Yeah,
You said the training for Wolverine was intense.
Well, he could come back as Old Man Logan, and visually that will make it make sense.
Actually, mental extreme.
There we go. Like Rocky and Creed.
Yeah.
You know, he could be the one to bring in X-23, and him being Old Man Logan will visually make it make sense why we're not expecting too much agility from him and all that stuff.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else that you want to? Hey. Hello, Internet. Welcome to another episode of Queen Geek. I'm here hanging out with my friends. We're having drinks and food, and we're talking about Avengers Endgame. Okay. Yeah. So, okay. Now, this is my friend. I'm Kelani. Okay, and she's also a black comic book geek, fan movies. Just like me, we've been following from the beginning. From the beginning, we've been following stuff. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna talk about it, and yeah. Okay. So also being a black. Okay. Right. So being a black female, do you find that it's something that isolates you socially, or?
No, it hasn't. Actually, it provides social conversations with other people, especially guys.
Yeah.
That's for me. That's what it has been. Yes.
Okay. And then how long have you been following the culture?
Last season, from 2012, I've been following the Avengers movies and all the other superheroes, from Iron Man, Thor, the Hulk, Captain America.
Okay. So who's your favorite Avenger?
I don't have a favorite. It's so hard to pick.
Okay, at least pick one. The one who really stands out to you.
I'll say Thor. Thor. He stands out.
Yeah.
Yeah, the god of thunder. I mean, he's a god.
Of course he is.
Yeah.
He doesn't look bad either.
Yeah. But what happened to him in Endgame?
You know what? Trauma has a way of making people. It's a wound. It's an emotional wound. Okay, so obviously he's turned to booze, he's turned to food to try and drown his pain. So that was actually very sad. The saddest part for me was seeing him get a panic attack.
We love Marvel Avengers!
Great. Actually follow it even if you didn't.
No, it was enough to be entertained.
Okay.
And that's why I went. I don't watch those films for the story behind it necessarily, like you probably would, but just for the entertainment. My wife, on the other hand, follows it a little bit more closely, and so she would have, had to field a lot of questions from me during the movie, like who's that and what's happening and why is he doing that.
So you went to watch it largely because of the hype that was around it, and she like pulled you along.
I went because my wife wants to watch it. So I would have waited for it to come on TV.
Okay. So overall, what was your favorite part of the movie?
When Stark died. Sorry.
As a comic book head,
I wouldn't say I'm a comic book head.
No. Okay, so how long have you been kind of following this?
No, I've watched all the movies.
Okay, so you've watched every movie since Iron Man 1?
Yes.
Okay, and what was your favorite movie up until now?
Goodness me. Sure. That's a hard question.
Yeah.
It probably isn't Endgame. It's maybe the Avengers before Infinity War.
Okay.
I don't even know what it was called. Probably just Avengers 2.
Who's your favorite Avenger? Both of you.
Oh man, I really like Stark.
Okay.
He's good.
All right.
and I do like Hawkeye. I do enjoy him as well.
And what's
He's
your
one of the
favorite
smaller
Avenger?
ones.
My favorite is Tony Stark, obviously, but just because of the gadgets and the cool things that he can do.
Yeah.
And the money, of course.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, and is there anybody guys want to give a shout out to?
You can shout out.
Who am I going to shout out? Shout out to Daniel.
Yeah, it's Daniel, yeah.
He's like the epic
Daniel should have
fan
been here.
of this, and he'd be able to tell you everything. He's a real fan.
Okay, well, maybe he's here in spirit. Yeah.
Well, you'll watch out.
Yes, we'll make him watch it.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Black Panther
weird
is not there. And Black
ocean
Panther is a scientist.
earthquake.
Black Panther is a multi-billionaire.
No,
Almost
no,
a
no.
trillionaire.
He's a trillionaire. Yeah.
He's a trillionaire.
He's a trillionaire.
He's richer than a Stony Tark. Sorry, Tony
Stark.
I'm putting that on the t-shirt.
I'm sorry,
That's
Stony Tark.
That sounds like I actually sound like a black version of Tony.
Stony Tark.
Okay.
Okay, so
You know what I mean. Yeah.
t-shirts.
So,
Tell us about
I
Stony.
was like, oh god, yes, Marvel, yo, where are the black people? What are they doing? Then, okay, alright.
What kind
Nick
of-
Fury